Poppy Playtime has to offer, going from the very beginning of the chapter all the way to the very end,
Yes.
so you can know exactly what happened.
I
Now,
remember all of this.
I'm extremely late for this, but I'll be doing plot explanations for not only chapter 1, but for chapter 2 and for chapter 4 when it officially releases. If you want to see the chapter 3 explanation, the link will be in the description. But with that being said, let's look at the entire plot of Poppy Playtime Chapter 1. Upon starting the game, the sound of a VHS tape plays, and you're greeted by Elliot Ludwig.
And it's kind of creepy
founder of
too.
Playtime Co.
I like, who left that tape there?
The 1950s advertises Poppy Playtime, a porcelain doll with red curly hair that has the ability to speak to children. She's, and I quote, the first truly intelligent doll in the world.
Poppy's as lovable as a real girl, and she talks like one too.
Hi, my name is Poppy.
Okay.
I love you.
You love
Can you
me?
help me polish my shoes?
Oh, that's kind of
Of
creepy. That's kind of
course,
creepy, Poppy.
Poppy.
Put your
Just
shoes down.
like a real girl, Poppy always wants to look her best.
Perfect. Thank you.
Her hair is sturdy and won't come out when you brush it, and smells just like a poppy flower. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Poppy?
$5.99.
A real
That's
girl,
crazy.
just like you.
Like a doll is probably like $200 now. Maybe like 50. Like for the
That
cheapest.
last
That's
comment by
crazy.
Poppy seemed a bit
$5.99.
ominous, almost as if there was an actual soul inside of her. The narrator then goes on to promote factory tours. in
Yeah,
which
when I
guests
killed
could
one of
see
the
how
dolls,
and
it
where all
bled.
of
So
the
yeah,
toys are
it was
made.
pretty
The
creepy.
end of the
So it
tape
must be
glitches out,
human,
however, to show
demonic,
an image of a
maybe?
poppy flower
We don't
somewhere
know.
in the factory. We are then shown a note that reads, "Everyone thinks the staff disappeared 10 years ago. We are still here. Find the flower."
Yeah,
It's
what does that
unknown
mean?
Who sent this letter to the player or why there are spelling errors? But without question, we head back to the factory. Who we're playing as is also unknown, but we know that the player used to be an employee at
Yeah.
Playtime Co. The possible motive for returning is obtaining more information about what happened to their fellow employees before the company shut down. We spawn into what looks like the reception area of the factory. On the desk, you'll find a green VHS tape.
Yeah, I
which
remember
can be
this part. I
inserted
remember
into the
all of this.
VCR on the left. The television will play a security warning narrated by Leith Pierre, head of innovation at Playtime Co. A title that is ambiguous, but will become clearer in the later chapters.
If you're seeing this, then you're trespassing. Yeah, we played this.
Oh, I should have left.
on loop
Right
whenever
after
closed
that, I
the
would have
factory
left.
for the day.
I don't know about you.
So,
I would have
trespasser,
left
just
as
make you
soon as I
aware,
heard that.
While we pride ourselves primarily on our high-quality toys and excellent child care, we also pride ourselves on our security. For example, this facility is
There was
full of
nobody
hidden
there
motion
securing
triggers,
the
which,
place.
once set off,
I don't know about
will turn on the
security.
factory's emergency alarms
No
and directly
security.
contact
There
the
was no
authorities.
security
And
there.
That's one of
To
the
my
more
knowledge.
tame
I walked
aspects of
around.
our
I'm
security
stuck
system.
inside the factory
No
now.
spoilers. So,
Because there's
got
no
my
security.
warning.
What happened to
It's
security?
not too late to turn
What happened to
around.
security?
I just hope that you're certain whatever you're doing is worth it.
Pierre warns us
I
about
don't think it's
traveling
worth
further
it.
into the factory, serving as dark foreshadowing for what's to come. Also, what was the spoiler relating to the security alarm? Sooner or later, we would find out. Heading toward the left, you'll enter a gift shop with abandoned merchandise. If you look up, you'll see a toy train with color.
It took me a while to figure that part
green,
out, but we
pink,
got it.
Yellow, red.
Big
A
brain,
code
big
of some
brain.
sort. If you exit and go to the security room on the far right, you'll see a colored
First couple
keypad.
puzzles,
The battery on the train is the
we get.
code to get into the room.
It's all
While
puzzles.
walking
It's like
in,
80%
you'll find a
puzzles and
dark blue
10%
tape near your
scare,
computer.
and like the
After
rest
putting
is
it into the VCR,
10%
you'll find
chase.
that it's an instruction
And that's it.
video
That's all you got.
teaching you how to use
You
the
got
GrabPack,
110% game.
patented Playtime Co technology
pretty fun,
for
though.
employees. It has many uses, such as grabbing objects, reaching far distances, and conducting electricity. You then receive a blue left hand, which can be used to enter the main room behind the reception desk. And once you enter the lobby, you'll encounter the one and only Huggywuggy. He stares eerily into the distance, in the same pose we first saw him in. You decide to get a closer look. Is he moving? You can't quite tell, but he gives you the creeps, so you decide to step back. Near his feet is a sign that explains Huggy's history. It reads, Playtime Co. has designed hundreds of distinct toys, but none connected with people more than that of Huggy Wuggy. Our founder, Elliot Ludwig, aimed to create a toy which could hug you forever. As
What?
is always true, Playtime Co.'s 4-step process to creating the most lifelike toys
Hug you
was a
forever.
success. With a bit of string and polyester, our lovable Blue Pal Huggy was brought to life. Huggy Wuggy has gone on to be Playtime Co.'s most popular and best-selling toy so far. You
Oh,
notice
wow.
a room to your left with 2 glowing
How-
hands
how
at the
big
top
was
of
it
the
again? It's like,
entrance. But you need
4
both
feet
a
tall?
red and
Dang.
blue hand to enter. So you look to the
Huggable
left instead
toy.
and spot
Yeah,
a
big
door
teddy
that
bear.
says power.
Yeah, I've seen those
You
big
try to
teddy bears,
open
man.
it, but
Pretty
it's
creepy.
locked.
Imagine there's a
The
person
next
inside of
door,
it.
however, with a singular
That's
blue
basically
hand
what that
symbol
is.
able to be activated, although it short circuits. Soon after, you hear a sound similar to the jingling of keys. You turn
Yep.
around and notice that
Creeped
Huggy
me
has a
out
set
the
of
first
keys
time,
in his
man.
hand. Was that always
Almost
there?
died.
Perhaps you just
Almost pooped
imagined
myself.
something. You take it
Probably
with your
did.
GrabPack and enter the power room. When walking to the very back of the room, you notice a door with handprints on it. You feel inclined to open it with your GrabPack, and a high voltage power source is revealed. With the blue hand, the player diverts it to the nearby power pole, and then another that is a few steps away. A confirming jingle plays to tell you that you have performed the task.
That's our first
successfully. You wander
electrical,
back
like, I'll
outside,
say,
but
little
something is clearly
thing we have
missing.
to, you know.
Huggy is
You do
gone.
it every
He
now and
didn't
then in the
make
game.
any noise.
It's like
Almost
80% of the
he
game that's just
disappeared
that,
out of thin
and the
air.
rest is
Returning
running
back
around
to
getting
the
chased by the
short-circuited
doll.
entrance that
I mean, it's
now has
okay. It's
power.
not bad.
You activate it
It's a
and
small
walk down the
project, but I'm sure
hallway.
chapter
Yellow
4
hand and
probably
blue
gets a little
furry arm
crazier.
sticks out of a door.
Whose
but as you
arm
move
was
closer
that?
to it, it disappears. Down another hallway you go, and you enter what looks to be the shipping section of the factory. You see a yellow
How
VCR,
big is this
but no
factory?
VHS tape. So you decide to head further in, walking up the stairs. You'll notice a giant
Yeah, I gotta collect
claw
more
machine,
VHS
and
tape
at
and
the end of the
some
room,
gold
your second red hand
statues
in a
too. I
glass
missed a couple
case.
gold statues.
Right in
I gotta go
front of
back
you,
for.
though, is a color-coded machine that needs 4 pieces for the claw to be activated. The blue piece is to your left on the ground. For the others, you'll have to drop down under the machine. After collecting all the parts, you finally find the
Yeah, we
yellow
did
VHS
all of
tape,
that.
which
It
features an
seems like we
employee
didn't miss
named
much.
Rich ranting to another employee named Avery, complaining about the company's disorganization.
Yeah. I don't think this company knew what I don't think anybody else knew what this company was doing under the factory. I mean, monsters?
Nobody in this stupid company knows what they're doing. Oh, I swear, I haven't seen a single box in its place since they started flooding the storehouse with orphanage junk.
Right.
I get it. It's a nice program and all, on brand, but it's just hard to be happy about it when manufacturing's on our necks about it, because we can't find stupid Huggy boxes.
Rich.
You're right. You're right. It's for the orphans. I just wish there were less boxes.
In this tape,
What-
we learned
what is
2
he-
things.
I'm
Playtime Co.
confused.
started an adoption initiative, and the company wasn't always smooth sailing.
Do they
but
sell
it
to
turns
orphans
out that
only?
They had many more secrets to hide. Going back up
Or
to
did they have an
machine
orphanage?
and
I
putting
think they
in
had an
pieces,
orphanage
the
too?
claw will get the hand
Were the
for you,
orphans the
although
workers?
It'll stop midway.
Wait,
So
am I
you'll
an
have
orphan
to
in the
jump
game? I'm
down
asking too
and
many
get it
questions.
on
Way too
your
many questions.
own. Now you'll be
Let's just
able
listen.
to open
Let's just
the
listen.
entrance ahead that requires 2 hands. Next, you'll take a long walk through the maintenance.
Yeah, that's when we get our
tunnel, a location
second
that's
hand, and I
oddly
think it's red.
maze-like.
And we
After
do
finding a
lose it in
power
chapter
source,
2,
you'll
I
have to
believe. We
connect
get a
it to the
green
receiver
one.
outlets
So
on the
stay
other
tuned.
side.
Stay
After
tuned, you'll be
doing
able to see
so,
that.
The conveyor belt will move you, although an alert sound will go off periodically as toys are dumped off. And finally, we reached the Make a Friend room, a place where children could visit and make their own toy using some of Playtime's latest technology. You decide to read the sign in the middle of the room. Make a Friend, 1960. Our founder, Elliot Ludwig, was a visionary. He set the stage for all of Playtime Co.'s greatest feats. Yet, of all the amazing things he created, the Make a Friend machine is one of the most creative, impressive, and advanced. It is solely responsible for nearly every
So I can
Playtime
make
Co.
any
toy
toy
sold
I
on the
want,
market
or is
to
it just
this
like
day.
1,
All
2,
it
3
need-
different
all it
couple
needs is to be
choices I
fed
have
the
to pick
proper
from?
parts, and it will
If
then
I can make anything I
paint,
want, that's pretty
assemble,
creative,
and do
man.
a quality inspection of the toy.
So that's how
all on
monsters
its
came
own.
about.
Gone is the
People
need
started
for
making some
complex
monster
sorting
animals or something.
backbreaking labor. This machine
Probably.
can do all that and more.
And
the machine
more.
needs to be turned on. So you head up the stairs to the left and a pink VCR is seen. To find the tape, you just need to walk forward a bit and look to the wall on the left. This tape features an employee named Stella Graber, who was being interviewed for a position at the
Wait, I
factory.
missed that tape.
So, Stella, what made you want to work at the Playtime Co?
Yeah, I want to go back and play this and kind of
Playing
get
with
all the
toys
tapes. I'm
when
probably
I
going to do a
was young
whole
was so
playback,
magical.
playthrough.
I
I
could go
missed that
straight from my
tape.
bedroom
Wow.
to anywhere in the world.
I'm kind of mad.
It was such a great feeling. And being able to work at a toy factory, somewhere that can provide kids
I'm sure it's
with
pretty
the
cool.
same experience.
Toy Factory, you get to like
That's a
give
pretty
people
great
like
feeling, too.
opportunity to create their
Later on in
own
the
toy, make it
chapters,
come to
we
life
learn
too.
that Stella's role in the factory runs
That must be
pretty
pretty
deep,
cool.
But as of right now, we just learn about her deep interest in toys. To turn on the machine, a puzzle must be solved. You can connect 2 platforms together using your hand, and then you can connect to the power source. 1 GrabPack wire needs
Gotta
to
have
touch
big
the
IQ,
2
high
power
IQ for these
poles,
puzzles.
just to make sure that you can
It gets a little
connect the
tricky once you
second
get to
platforms
like
together and make sure
down
you
the
don't run
line.
out of wire.
It's a little
From
tricky.
here, the receiver outlets can be connected. Now you'll be able to go back downstairs to the Make a Friend machine and press a red button next to the plaque. It takes a few seconds before a train sound plays, indicating that the machine is on.
Yeah, it
Closer
took me
to
a
the
second to
animated
learn
machines
to
are lit
exactly
up
how to make
handles
my
that must be
own
pulled
toy,
down
but
one by
once we
one
got
to
it,
get all of
it was
the
pretty
toy
easy.
parts. As you walk around, you realize that the eyes of the machine are following you. Something that was supposed to be entertaining for children just seemed downright
Wait, I didn't even
creepy.
notice that.
After waiting patiently, your toy is synthesized and
So
makes
if I
its
was gonna
way
die in
down
that
the
room, I
conveyor
would have
belt.
not
It's
noticed that.
Cabby, a toy
Oh,
hybrid
wow.
that Playtime Co. released in the 80s
That's
to
pretty creepy.
90s. To the left, you'll find a blue door that says, "Nobody leaves without a toy."
Why
And
is
next
that?
to it is a space for you to put Cat B. After scanning it,
Cat
it
B.
opens the gate. But all you
That's pretty
notice
cute.
is complete darkness at the end of the hall. You have
That's
no
when
choice
yes,
but
that's
to
that's when he started
continue
chasing
on
us. That's when he
until
started chasing us.
Huggy
It was the
himself
creepiest chase ever.
comes
I'm not even
out,
gonna lie.
setting off
It
the
was pretty
security
scary.
alarm that Leith Pierre had mentioned in the beginning. You panic and look around, wondering where to go next. At the
Had
end
a
of the
phone call.
conveyor belt, you notice that a door is open and you enter into the maintenance tunnels. As you run, you hear footsteps all around you. How could Huggy even fit in here? The tunnel follows a series of twists and turns in which you never know where Huggy will show up. He could be behind you or appear right in front
No, I
of
just
you.
kept running. I don't know why
Times
you're
when
looking
doors are
around,
shut,
man.
forcing
I
you to
run.
wait for
What
an
are you
opening.
stopping for?
If you do happen to die, you'll be greeted by a variety
I've died a couple times. I'm probably gonna have to put a
Don't
death
die
count on
just
top
yet.
of my head
It's not your
because
time. Death isn't permanent.
I've died
Get
so
up.
many times.
Someone is trying to communicate with us, but it's unsure who. It
Ooh.
might be related to a character that's mentioned towards the end of the chapter. After what feels like an eternity, you'll be able to exit the tunnels, but your path will be blocked by some boxes. You turn around and look for any way to stop
So
Huggy before
creepy.
he catches up to you. A crate from above can be used to collapse part of
Yo,
the
I was
catwalk,
doing
forcing
things.
Huggy
To be honest, I
fall
grabbed the
to his
crate. I didn't even know it was gonna
doom.
drop, but I was like,
It's
yo,
dead
it
now.
actually
Is
worked.
it safe
And then we got to the
continue?
flower. Like I thought that was the end.
You found
But
the
nope.
flower. It's the exact same one as the drawing in the letter, but it's
Yeah.
painted around a door. You have to get inside. As you walk across, you'll notice a black VHS
We got that tape. Yeah,
and a
we did get that
television near
tape. I
it.
remember that.
The contents are quite distressing. A Playtime Co. scientist is heard detailing what appears to be his last recording before his death.
Final log. In relation.
Experiment 1006, the prototype. Coordination and cooperation is evidently within his skill set, as well as the skill set of all other experiments of his type.
They were experimenting on people and toys.
His absence
Yeah,
was
they
a flaw
deserve
in the
this.
scientific
I don't know why I'm
process,
here.
which should have,
I
under
don't
most
deserve this. I
circumstances,
was just a
been left
worker,
unnoticed.
but I
That is
guess
why
I
I'm
guess
leaving this
you can't just say I was a
so
worker.
that the
And
same mistake won't be made twice.
but what
Future
did I do though?
experiments will need to be
Or
contained
what
and
was my
disposed
job
of
as a
in
worker? Was
secure
I even
locations.
like working down
I'm not worried
in the
about
warehouse
myself. I wanna
ever?
break
Because
through.
it seemed
I'll be
like I
back.
wasn't a worker. I'm learning new things as a worker.
Those who are
I don't know.
bananas understand it or not. End of.
This confirms the unsettling feeling we had earlier. Playtime Co. was doing things that they shouldn't have been.
Yep.
1006 was a repercussion of their actions. But unfortunately, we wouldn't know the full story until the end of chapter 3. Unintentionally or not, we followed the scientist's advice, forging onwards by heading into the room of the poppy flower.
Go back!
Despite
Stop!
there being warning
No!
signs written around
Run!
the door. Run.
Turn
Go
around!
back.
Turn
Stop.
around!
Danger. Turn around. The hanging toys around the door aren't even enough to make us go back. But when we enter, we notice that the design of this section is different from the rest. Almost like an old house. We walk
Yeah, this is
down
where we
a
find
long
Doll.
hallway, then
What's her
pass a
name?
wardrobe
Poppy. It's
in
literally the
Dollhouse.
game's name. I
After
thought Poppy
approaching
would have been
a
at the
small
end
red
of like
hallway,
the
we
game.
open
She's
the
like the
door
big
to
bad
reveal a
monster. But nope.
sleepy Poppy Playtime
She's our best
doll
friend
trapped
who
in a
trapped us
case. She
inside
seems
of the
peaceful,
warehouse
but
after she
something
said she
tells
was
us
gonna
that
help
we
us
should wake her
escape.
up. After all, the note said to find the flower.
Can't
and we did
trust
indeed
a
find
thing.
it. So we let our intrusive thoughts take
Crazy.
over and open the case. Then,
You opened my case.
I did.
but what did you guys think about the first chapter of Poppy Playtime? Were you
Not that
instantly
scary,
hooked?
man.
Let me know.
It
down
wasn't
in the
that scary. To
comments.
be
Thanks
honest,
for
to me,
watching. So
it wasn't really that scary. I played it. Yeah, let me know. I played it. It was a little bit like the first chase scene was something I had to like, oh whoa, 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 whoa. I had to duck and dive. But the second chapter is a little longer, but it felt like more puzzles than actually scary. Yeah, the